Hello friends! So continuing in my series talking about different types of religions and how they would fit into a fantasy setting, I'm going to talk about Henotheism. Of course, Henotheism is a subset of polytheism where adherents believe in the existence of many gods, they recognize them, but they focus on worship of one god. And in many ways it looks kind of like monotheism in practice because they really just focus on that one god. And of course, this can happen to varying degrees. They might focus on one God and still kind of pray to other gods sometimes, or they might focus completely on that God. It depends. And now, in a real setting, a setting where you put this in an actual society and see how it plays out, I think something that henotheism would tie into a lot is situations where you have a ruler who is worshipped as a deity, kind of like in ancient Egypt, where the pharaoh was believed to be a god, or in imperial Japan, where they literally believed that the emperor was a god. This would work really well in a situation like that, and because you see, like, the people, they would believe in all these different gods, but of course the one they pay attention to the most is the one who is writing their laws and giving them decrees and making decisions that clearly affect their everyday lives. You know, deciding who they go to war with, deciding who becomes their local leaders, and all that kind of stuff. Also, henotheism, I see it as being, while polytheism in general is very syncretic and very accepting of many different things, it's easy to just take a deity from another culture and adopt it into your polytheistic religion. It's not really a big deal at all. That happened all the time through history. But with henotheism, there's this belief that your God that you worship is the best, right? And that really goes together well with nationalism, because, you know, nationalists, they don't deny the existence of other nations. They just believe that their nation is the best, and they seek to see their nation conquer other nations, right? So a henotheist, that henotheism can easily fit together with a strong nationalist narrative where people are going about trying to conquer other nations and build an empire that has a better ruler, a better government, better ruling class than all the others, right? So I can easily see if I'm building in a fantasy setting, if I have an empire that's going out and conquering all these other places, I can easily see that empire being henotheistic. And one way that would manifest is that, for example, say that they go and conquer this other city-state that has its own goddess that it worships in a henotheistic way. But then now they have conquered it, right? And so their god has conquered this other goddess, right? And so this is a very symbolic thing, and they will not deny that this other goddess exists. But now, in a way, it's very easy for them to build a narrative showing how she is now subservient to this god of theirs. So that's the way I see it playing out in a fantasy narrative. I think if I wanted to have a narrative of an empire, probably an evil empire, going about conquering everyone else, I'd probably make it henotheistic in that way. Tell me what you think. Any comments or questions are welcome. Arguments are also welcome. And make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.